Hey guys, this is Sharon Mercasus. You can call me Ben. I'm here with Juan Huerte,
Good to see you,
Click
man.
Mortgage. I want to discuss today about something that many people ask about bad credit. Let's say they have a bad credit. What they can do? Can they qualify for a loan?
Yeah, it's a great question. So we're a society that's kind of trained that we have to have great credit, and I'm not going to lie, it helps, right? And there are loans out there that are very sensitive to the credit score, right? Typically, that's what we call conventional loans, right? But there are other loans that are a lot less that are a lot less sensitive, right? So when someone says to me, "My credit's imperfect," right? You'd be shocked at how often I run their credit, and it's not as bad as they think it is, right? Somebody,
What's considered bad?
that's a tough question, but in the world of loans, right? 680 starts to put you in a good category.
Okay.
640 is really where you, I'm sorry, 680, 740 is really kind of the top, right? But if somebody has a credit score in the mid 600s, 640, 660, there are a lot of loans out there that don't penalize very much for that credit score. That's what I would say is not a great credit score, but it's not horrible. I wouldn't call that bad. I would just call that imperfect, right? And so when you look at some of the loans out there that are backed by the government, they do not care as much about the credit score. So people will have heard of FHA.
Sure, of course.
They would have heard of VA, which is veteran, loans. And so the credit does not need to be perfect in those situations. And that's great
Okay.
news, right? So
Yep.
got a lot of people there in the 640, 660 range, right? And oftentimes there's things they can do to get to the next level, right? But what I would say to anybody out there is before you throw in the towel, find out what your credit score is and what you can do to improve it. Now, when the credit score starts to get below 640, actually below 620, it does start to change things around, right? But there's good, bad credit scores and there's bad credit scores, right?
Depends on why.
Correct. So I could have somebody that has a 580 a credit score because of a couple of small collections and the fact that they have a lack of credit. We're probably going to be okay. They're going to pay a little bit higher interest rate, but they're probably going to be okay, right? And I think what I would tell people out there that are worried about their credit is check it, pull off the Band-Aid, right? You might be surprised, you might be able to buy, and if not, we're going to put you on a game plan. A lot of times all people need to do is open up a couple credit cards. Or they have 2 credit cards with a small balance, and I just say, hey, just pay the balance down a little bit. So we definitely put everybody on a game plan to get out of here, but I would tell people, take
Check.
a look. Check.
Check.
Now, there are people that really have bad credit, right? It's in the 400s and they continue to get late payments. We can help them as well, but those are people that are chronically continuing to get late payments, right? But
Yeah.
definitely do not throw in the towel just because your credit's imperfect.
Check, guys. Thank
All
you.
right, thanks.